Hey, what's up, guys? So today I wanted to go over the expected easy A's that we can look forward to in the worldwide celebration coming up this week or next week. We roughly know the theme of the celebration. The countdown images are all sort of leading Trunks' kind of like how he gets to where he gets, leading through the Cell Saga, and then the last image is the Goku Black arc. So it seems most likely that it'll be a Goku Black Saga celebration. And so with that, I think it's safe to move with a Future Saga. I think Spirit Sword Trunks is pretty in the cards. They're really focusing on Trunks, and because of that, I feel like him being one of the main 4 units is just it's a given. It has to be true. And then we also know it would have to be a villain, 2 villains, probably merge Zamasu, maybe a Goku Black, I don't know, whatever they want to do. Because there's also a chance that they do, a Future Saga, Goku Black arc, and a Cell Saga, which, that's always a possibility, but I think right now we're just sticking to the Future Saga, or the Goku Black arc. And so I wanted to go over sort of the easy A's that seem most likely, and because there's a lot, there's a decent amount here that they definitely can go to. And so I will get into it. I think first I'm just going to start off with the absolute most obvious, these two. Tech Trunks and AGL Zamasu, they are on that new banner that came out, the ticket banner. They're featured on, the picture up there. It seems pretty obvious that these two will easy A. And it's their time anyways. This Trunks, when he first came out, was really good because he would build up throughout the event, and at the time the hardest event in the game was the Legendary Goku event. So this guy, it was really good when that happened. Nowadays it's a little harder. Events aren't as long, although the Omega Shenron event does go longer, kind of like that. Like you can get to like turn 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the Omega Shenron event, depending if you're really trying to go slow in that first phase. So in that sense, this guy could be really good for that, in making sure that he can build up. Because I assume with these newer Easy A's, what we're finding is that they're kind of just keeping the spirit of the unit alive and sort of just buffing their stats. They're not adding a lot. Now this guy, I'm sure they actually will add a lot because this is his passive, pretty much. Not counting the transformation, this is all he does. He gets 100% attack and defense. His kit's so basic that I feel like they're gonna add something. They're absolutely gonna add something. They're not just gonna say like 150 and that's it. They're not gonna wrap it up. Let's call it a day, boys. They're definitely gonna add something to that. So at the very least, this form, which you only have for, you only get this form for the 1 turn. No, yeah, the 3rd turn. Starting from the 3rd turn. So you basically have him once and then you move on. So this form, honestly, all we can really hope for is like guard, dodge, something like that. Something where he can take that first hit, that first barrage of damage, and just be okay. That's all we need of this guy. We don't need anything crazy from him. This one, though, is where most of the time I will assume most of the time will be in. Because this form is good, but there was drawbacks with it, and they might have the same. This guy was sacking attack and defense and building up his attack and defense every turn. So he's kind of like AGL LR Gohan in that sense, where AGL LR Gohan was stacking defense and then building up in his passive at the same time. So I think just doing what they did with like AGL Gohan in a way would work too, giving him just a guard along with it, because this guy's main thing was just being really tanky. And I think they should hold the idea that this form is going to be just like super tanky, and then sort of the old of this one where this is like the big damage dealer. Like you bring out this form where you could still have a lot of defense because you're stacking defense. He gets only 10% defense per orb right here. I think like that's fine. Make it like 15 or something and keep the stacking here. You can even, if you want to go crazy, like let him greatly raise attack and defense, why not? But I think they should keep this as like a defensive form, like throw guard or something on this, and then you bust this guy out if you want to drop like a 30 million or some crazy shit. That's probably way too high, but something insane like that. You get like a whole field of orbs, like bunch of attack on, attack on super, shit like that, like all that. This should be the attack form. This should be defensive, and this should just be some, guard, dodge, something like that. Just something. And this guy would be really damn good, I think. Moving on to Zamasu again. With the Trunks, I think it's just obvious that he will also probably easy in this. Him, I think he actually has like a good starter kit here with this damage reduction. Now, it's not that good now, and it wasn't like the best back in the day. The problem being, he has just no defense. He has no defense in his kit. None in super attack, none in his passive. He literally had no defense. He just has his raw stats. So I think the easiest way for him, it's so easy, just throw defense on him. 20% attack and defense, 50% damage reduction, and then like greatly raised defense on super. There you go, boom. I think this form would be fine at that point. This guy would be good for the first turn you use him. And then you go on to Fusion Zamasu, and 150 attack, 150 defense, 3 key. 4, I guess they could keep the 50 because they didn't boost it here, so then 50% damage reduction. Maybe 50% attack and defense on super, greatly raised, something like that. I don't know, like that seems fine. Like that seems like he'll be fine. This guy is just make this guy damage reduction, make Trunks guard. You can feel like that's perfectly fine. And then again, same thing. You just make this guy absolutely insane when it comes to his damage. Like this will be the damage. Like Fusion Zamasu did okay with damage, but I think you can build them similarly to how you do Trunks here, because it's in the same. They have kind of the same idea with this one, right? 120, and then once he went into here, you got 280. Some shit like 400% attack. Maybe make like this 30 to 40%. He still wouldn't be that great unless because I assume they're not going to give him stacking in his super attack here, and the only reason that would be like you could handle it is if they gave this guy like stacking. Like if they gave him stacking, so then the defense here wouldn't be like insanely low. I don't know if they would do that, but if they do that, this form would at least be usable. Because without stacking, even if this was like 40%, 50%, like he still wouldn't like tank that well. Even with increased stats from the EZA, he wouldn't really tank that great. So this form, I'm interested to see what they will do with it. It would be nice. It'd be really interesting to see how they're going to handle this form. I mean, the easiest you just give this guy stacking, then this form's fine. But I mean, that's the same thing that I'm saying they should do here. And here it makes sense because he already has stacking, where here he doesn't. So I think I'm more interested to see what they're going to do with Zamasu, because I feel like Trunks just has such an obvious sort of route for him to go. Alright, so other than those two, I think those are just like shoe-in, guaranteed. Like it's gotta happen. Next, I think Gowasu and Zamasu and Mai are also likely. They are the banner units for these guys, and I think that it would be perfect sub EZAs with them when their banners come out. Gowasu and Zamasu, I think, could be an amazing unit. Their base kit is insane. All allies, 2 key and 70% defense. They probably keep that the same, honestly. I don't see them buffing that. They probably leave that like that, and then they just give him stuff. Great chance to dodge. They'll probably have this extreme class, probably giving him more defense and stuff like that, and then just give him some more defense so he can at least handle normals. At the very least, handle normals, and his way to handle super attacks would be his high, hopefully great chance. A 70% chance to dodge would be nice. Give him, defense on super. I think this guy would be pretty good, like a good little support unit, just buffing massive defense to your allies and key. Make that like 3 key, I think the defense at 7% is completely fine. I mean, if they want to buff it, but I don't see them doing that. So this guy actually has a really good base kit. And then same with this Mai right here. She also, I love that both the banner units were support units. That's great, because that means when they're going to EZA, they are going to be good, hopefully good support units. Now they have more flexibility with her kit because, of course, they have the base support right here, but then all it is just high chance of stunning. Like that's it. So they have so much more they can do with her, and I'm interested to see what they're going to do with her. The most interesting one of these 4 is Zamasu and Mai. These ones are the most kind of like, I wonder how they're going to handle this. And so then moving on from them, this Zamasu also could EZA as well. He has a pretty good kit too, like an interesting kit. He has damage reduction 40% already, then 60% the more HP they're remaining. I think they could buff this like 50, 60, and then just scale this up to its, into something even more, like 150, the more HP remaining, something like that. You know what I mean? They can just scale like crazy for this guy, and I think that would be a pretty good idea. And give us some other stuff, health recovery, maybe 10% at the end of the turn, along with his 7% here, stuff like that. This guy could be pretty good, great for, the future first best team in the game, which is going to be the Zamasu team, right? You can have this guy, you can have Gowasu on there, this guy, the EZAs, like that. I'm pretty sure this team and some Trunks related team are going to be like insane teams. The future team is going to be crazy. I'm sure. So this guy would probably go great on that team as like your slot 3 unit type deal. Next, I have this guy, the Future Gohan. This guy actually, again, like some of these units I feel like have really good base kits. Like they are set for just a nice EZA to go with them. This guy has 100% attack and defense, and then he has just 58% damage reduction, but only if HP is 58% or less. Then he's a support, coming around the time of, Cooler and all these where they kind of just throwing supports on their base forms. I think this guy's great. I don't know. Like, part of me thinks that maybe they can just, like, give him part of his damage reduction, and then if you fall below 58%, give him more of his damage reduction. I think that could be good. Then he transforms when HP is 58% or more when there's a Trunks. Luckily, there are some good Trunks now. So, I mean, and also, like, I'm bringing up, there's good Trunkses. But, like, let's be honest, the Tech Trunks is going to EZA. Then we're going to get, like, Spirit Sword Trunks, and we might get a banner unit. Like, there's going to be Trunks in this celebration. So I feel like by being like, oh yeah, there's good Trunks is here, or the fate of the Trunks right now is just not indicative of what it's going to be once all the units drop. But even now we have like the new Trunks, which is not the greatest unit. He has flaws, but he's runnable. We have this guy will EZA. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll EZA. Trunks aren't like in the best spot right now, to be fair, but again, this celebration's gonna have Trunks. Vegeta and Trunks, of course, they're still good to this day. You definitely can still run them. So yeah, I think they're an interesting. He's an interesting unit for that. I think Trunks will be fine. I don't have worries that Trunks is going to be a bad unit at all. So I think this condition is okay. So then you'll have it from the fourth turn, starting from the fourth turn. And then this guy, this is where honestly, he gets really good. Because then he just gets his damage reduction for free. He just has that outright. Then he's better support, right? Because it was 30%, 1 key 30, 1 key 30. No, it's about the same. It's the same. I'm tripping. I don't lose my mind over here. And it's against androids, which there's a couple. The newest Red Zone stages have android enemies. But I'm assuming that the harder stages are not going to be against androids. They're going to be against like Zamasu and stuff. So, I mean, it's not a bad condition. It's just not like the most helpful thing. It's like it's not like it's like a nice little add-on, right? It's something cool to add to what he can already do. But the best part is that 58% damage reduction just for free. You throw like the way to fix both these guys. I think you just let him stack defense base, stack attack. This form perfectly fine. You let him greatly stack defense right here. You give him stat boost, and I think you should just give him some of his damage reduction for free, and then below 58 you can give him more, like 17, right? Physical 17, he had 17% damage reduction off the bat, and then once he's below 77% he gets his extra damage reduction. I think something like that is fine. Then you let him stack. You maybe buff this to 40% or give him more ki. And then you get fourth turn, you can transform. And this guy, I think you can leave the 58%, but the most important thing is he will have the stacked defense, the EZA defense, and then you give him defense here, like 150 attacking defense. You give this guy like 120, you give this guy like 150. Whatever you guys want to do. You guys, I mean, the people in the game, whatever Akatsuki Bandai, whatever they want to do it, and they will give this guy more defense. You will have the stack defense and the EZA defense, sport defense. I think all that will make him very tanky. I think at that point, I think he'll be very tanky. And so this guy's also going to be really great. I think if they just handle him well, like this guy, will do really good. All in the Family and Cold Judgment too. Insane defensive links. Another thing is this guy links up pretty damn well with Tech Gohan. Sharing All in the Family, Cold Judgment, Fierce Battle. I think this, but he's sharing All in the Family and Cold Judgment. Those two links, those guys are linked very well. Future Gohan and Tech Gohan. Next, I have this guy, Int Goku Black. I think this one's really anticipated easy, actually. This guy's animations were insane the day he came out, and there was a lot of hype around him. And so I think a lot of people have him. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with him. This base form, I mean, I don't know what there's a lot they can do with him. I think they're going to keep this idea of him getting hit and the start of each turn hitting harder. That's fine. You want him to hit harder every turn, do what you want. We need him just being defensive right away. This 5 crit 5 with each attack received, it's like, that's whatever. I think they're going to keep this idea though, and I really do think that they're just going to throw, maybe he's building up defense on both each turn and each time he gets hit, and the best we can hope for in that scenario is that they just give him guard in this form, and he's able to guard so he can at least take those hits. Like that's the goal here. And I think, but the great part is he is greatly stacking defense. So if they're just throwing defense on him, he already is doing this, which is amazing. And the other part is just hopefully they do something about these two. I mean, lowering this and lowering this would be so nice. Dropping it to maybe a 4th, 5th turn and dropping the HP to like 60, 70%, just making it easier because this is a really strict fucking transformation. It'd be really nice if we could just get a little bit more lenient. And then his transform form, this one's great too. Again, still going to be stacking, which is great. And it's so basic. It's crazy how basic it is. Just 150 and then 50% crit and 3 key. So I think he's going to be great for extreme teams. But again, how great he'll be is really this transformation. Turn 6 isn't the worst. But if he's not supporting any allies, it's just like if we have to wait till turn 6 to get support out, which I assume if they easy him and they really go at him here, we can see, 3 key, 30%, 40%, something like that. Or, like they love for some reason to do like 40% attack, and if it's a super class ally, then we'll throw 40% defense on there too. Stupid shit like that. I don't know. But they're going to probably make it better. Of course, they're going to give him defense here. They're definitely going to keep the crit chance. I don't know what else they could throw here because, again, it's a pretty basic kit. But there's some stuff they can do with him. I just, like, the biggest hope for his EZA is just, let's see if we can make this a little more lenient. Either we're lowering the HP. I mean, the HP is not as big of a deal as the turn restriction is. We'd love to see this turn restriction lowered. That'd be absolutely amazing. But this guy has, as long as they handle him properly, man, he could be a killer. He'd be great on the Zamasu team, the new best team in the game in a couple of weeks. And then next I have this guy. So I actually struggled. There's not really a lot of LR EZAs that they can do for this celebration. Of course, I could just be missing some, but in the future category, there aren't really like, oh yeah, that's an LR EZA. They're so gonna do. They're so gonna do him. So I threw this guy on. I don't know how likely he is, but there's a good chance for him. The 5th years, same exact time, 5th years EZA'd with the anniversary, so I can see this guy doing it. This guy would be great. Again, greatly raising defense on his super attacks, which is already good that it's in the base kit. You're just gonna buff this, probably throw defense on there as well, just like the physical Vegeta has, who has the same exact mechanic as him. Final blow, I really hope they don't lean into the final blow, like throwing defense on it or something. It's not like the worst mechanic, it's unreliable, and it would be nice if they don't like lean into it and make like how Strength Rose has to sort of get that final blow in order to get better stats. I just don't want them leaning into it. Keep it at just key. Let him get key from final blows, that's fine. I think that is reasonable, but I don't want them to be like, oh hey, we got the final blow mechanic, let's throw defense on it. Hey, here you go, you get 50% defense when you get the final blow. It's like, oh, like now we really got to get the final blow. And then the HP recovery is nice too. You make that 10%, and all these Amasus and everything on this team, you're going to be recovering HP like crazy. Then he has his Rage form, which I cannot remember. I don't know if anyone can remind me. I do not know if this lasts for more than one turn. I don't think so, right? Because it's the same as like Janimbas, and Janimbas is only 1 turn, so I think it's the same. So I don't think this guy is going to give you what, you know, Piccolo Jr., Orange Piccolo, and all of them are doing, where they're helping you stop a super attack, because you are basically going through multiple turns and the boss will no longer super or do any of their little mechanics against you. I don't think this guy's going to do that, though, sadly, because I'm pretty sure it's only 1 turn, but it's going to be a nice little add-on for damage. I'm unsure about this guy. I'm kind of leaning in like I'm getting less and less sure about the EZA. Like the first 2, it's just like, it's got to be guaranteed. Then lastly here, I have this Trunks. I think this guy could be pretty interesting for an EZA. I don't know. I think it's possible. But I feel like he might be the least likely. But I'm going to be surprised if they just threw him on. And I say least likely, but he's so likely. Like there's still a decent chance at it. This guy would be good. You know, he's going to do damage, and he's like stats. You know, he's just doing a bunch of stats. You have a Gohan on your team, crit against an android, more damage against Cell, stuff like that. Like I'm not that interested in this guy EZAing, but it would be nice. I know a lot of people probably have this unit, and so seeing him EZA would be like cool. It'd be really cool to see it. But I've rambled on way longer than I need to. So that is sort of my list going through. I mean, that's sort of the most obvious ones to me. And again, like I said, the LRs, not like that many. I'm pretty sure this guy's not going to EZA. This guy, this guy's already EZA'd, already EZA'd. Not going to EZA, of course. Not going to EZA. Could EZA. EZA'd. Free to play EZA. They already EZA'd. I don't think so. Already EZA. So like we don't have a lot of LRs for it, which they can then lead to maybe a Trunks related LR. But I went looking at sort of Trunks units, right? Going to Royal Lineage where we can see more Trunkses. There's not like Trunkses that need EZAs. There aren't LR Trunkses that are in dire need of EZAs. So I don't know about the LR EZAs this celebration. We'll see. I think there's some I guarantee you guys, I'm a dumbass. There's some I'm missing somewhere. So I definitely would love to see that. But thank you guys for watching so much. I will catch you guys in another video. Peace out.